Lucky numbers are familiar superstition, and if you're a manufacturer of luxury cars, your lucky number these days is 6, as in 6 cylinders. That's the minimum number that buyers of expensive cars demand. And if you're Saab, which has always relied on turbocharged 4 cylinders, you go off and borrow one from partner General Motors. That combination has already proven successful in Saab's revised but still uniquely Swedish 900. Well, now on this week's Road Test by Request, it's time for the big brother, the 9000, to get a lucky number of its own. But in the case of Saab's latest and largest model, the 9000 CDE, it's a slightly different number. Where last year's 900 packed a 2.5-liter V6, the 9000 boasts an enlarged 3-liter unit. 6 cylinders and 4 cams now produce 210 horsepower and 200 pound-feet of torque. That adds up to a nearly elegant 0 to 60 time of 8.5 seconds, while the quarter mile runs out in 16.3 seconds at 90 miles per hour. Power does come on gradually, surges ahead at 3,000 RPM, then smoothly builds to 5,800 RPM before tapering off, and reaches the front wheels through a single transmission choice, a slick 4-speed automatic that's tied to a standard traction control system. Add this refined drivetrain to the CDE's plush ride, and you get a package well suited to the demands of discriminating luxury car buyers. The combination of McPherson struts in front and Saab's familiar rigid beam axle in the rear isn't exactly the cutting edge of suspension design, but stiffer springs and new shocks give the CDE a feel akin to the most sophisticated competitors. Unless, of course, you toss it too hard into a corner, such as the challenging corners of Georgia's Roebling Road Raceway. Driven in hard sporting mode, the CDE exhibited heavy front-end push and lacked that taut feel of German competitors. Still, grip from the 15-inch all-season Michelins exceeded expectations, and the plentiful steering feedback kept our drivers well up on every corner, as did the feel of the standard anti-lock brakes. 123 feet from 60 was our average stopping distance. A firm pedal, excellent stability, and modest ABS pulsation gave us a lot of confidence. Returning to the open road, we enjoyed the quiet of the 9000 CDE's well-insulated cabin, only 67 decibels at 60 miles per hour, while fuel mileage averaged a very good 24 miles per gallon. By the way, the EPA estimates 18 in the city and 27 on the highway. Slippery aerodynamics probably helped both. The CDE sports trimmed-down headlights, hood, and front spoiler with flush-fitting fog lamps, while the rear features a new bumper, taillights, and a rear-facing fog lamp. The superbly equipped interior that it all surrounds has a more straightforward layout than the new 900s, and with 117 cubic feet of space, these are definitely family-sized quarters. And the dash has standard dual airbags to keep the family safe. The seats are wide and flat enough to fit any size driver and offer standard heat and power adjustments. But many of our staff complained about limited lower back support. But all like the large aircraft-like analog gauges, foolproof automatic climate controls, and top-line Harman Kardon audio system with its in-dash CD player that's also standard equipment, as well as less exotic features like the height-adjustable seatbelt anchors and a multitude of cup holders. The CDE's rear seat is cavernous and comfortable. It has a pass-through to the rear for long objects like skis, but anything shorter will easily fit into the huge 17.8 cubic foot trunk. And while European luxury cars usually do cost big money, the 9000 CDE's price of $39,465 is no exception. This latest Saab is so superbly equipped that we'd almost call it a bargain. And it's that very high level of standard equipment that leads our list of hits. That's followed by its Velvet V6 drivetrain, a roomy, user-friendly interior, smooth ride, and handsome sheet metal. Misses are the less secure feel when driven hard, and poor lower back support from the front bucket seats. But even with a few quirks, the 9000 CDE is still the strongest mainstream luxury competitor that Saab has ever released. Total it up, 6 cylinders and dozens of standard features for fewer dollars than many competitors. Lucky or not, these numbers don't lie and should add up to a bigger market share for Saab.